right, let's see how this goes today. I guess I'm a little reluctant to get out of bed today because I have a call and I don't know what it's about, and it's one of those like last minute calendar invites that you get that says that, hey, I want to meet with you tomorrow morning for 15 minutes with your boss. And so I'm two more bosses, so I don't know what it's about. Hopefully it's nothing. I'm sure it's nothing. I'm probably overthinking it because I'm a bartender, and that's kind of what our mentality is. I just looked at the calendar invitation for my boss, for the meeting with my boss's boss, and it looks like there is somebody from HR on there. So that's not a very positive sign. Looks like I'm about to get fired. And so I'm going to try to, I'm not, I don't know what to think, but I'm not trying to save my job. But maybe I just shouldn't assume what's going to go on. Maybe this is a correction. This isn't a beheading. But, I got to record the call just to protect my own rights. And we'll see how it goes. Okay, here goes my call. Forward really fast, but hopefully I don't pass out. Last time I got a disciplinary talk, I passed out. I don't think that this is a pat on the back. So let's go. Good thing I like to live very modestly. Good morning.
Good morning, Jason. Alan, good morning.
Good morning.
Amy, do I have you on?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, all. So, Jason, can you hear me?
Yes.
Excellent. Well, Jason, it could be a challenging conversation. As you know, the current environment has been very challenging. And I've been asked to look at ways that I can improve efficiencies and ultimately save. And unfortunately, I have to reduce headcount, and that's going to impact you directly. As of effective today, your role is being eliminated. So I have Amy. It's a very difficult decision, but I have Amy on the call. It's going to just walk you through the next steps.
Good morning, Jason.
Good morning.
I'm sorry to to be here under these circumstances, but I do want to just make sure that you understand that we're all here to help you through this transition. I want to talk you through next steps. Listen, a lot to take in right now, so I'm available for you after the call if you have any questions. But in short, today will be your last day working as an active working Southern employee. We are going to pay you out, in 2 weeks notice, right? So we'll keep you on payroll, although you don't need to work through May 10th. I'm going to be sending you a separation agreement. So something that, I encourage you to review. In lieu of you signing that separation agreement, we're going to offer you an additional 4 weeks of salary. Do you cover benefits with, or do you have benefits elsewhere?
My benefits are through.
Okay, so I can offer you 3 months of COBRA coverage to help offset that expense. So basically, we pay you in a lump sum the cost of benefits, basically minus what you would pay. And then I can also offer you a month of what we call outplacement services. So this is a national vendor we use and contract with that can help you if you want, resume writing, trying to figure out how people, right, look for jobs these days, right? You haven't been in the workforce for a little while. So, how to network. So it's just an additional resource that's available to you as you think about kind of, transitioning and finding, your next home. So all of that will be outlined in the separation agreement. And then I'm also going to send you some frequently asked questions, contact information, like a bunch of information I just want you to review at your leisure, and then let me know, when you have questions. I'm available to answer those.
Okay. Is that it?
That is. What I would love from you is a personal email address and a personal cell phone number, just so you and I can stay in touch.
Yeah. I'll type in the chat. Jason@jlittrell.com.
Jason at Okay, let me just make sure I get it before we.
And I mean, can I have a counter offer? That's
No,
not, it's not a lot of time.
I know it's not. You know, there is a standard way that our legal department goes through this based off of, you know, length of service, and and it's a pretty standard package. So unfortunately, there's really not a lot of wiggle room. But like I said, take a look at everything, review it, and then I'm gonna actually drop my cell phone in the chat now for you. This is a number you can reach me on, you know, through next week. So please use it. If you have any questions, but I'll send you over an email immediately so you have as much time to review everything. And then, like I said, I'm available today and through next week to answer any questions that you have.
Okay. I have some expenses outstanding. That's going to take a considerable amount of work to get processed and approved and all that stuff. I'm just going to do that today, I guess. And then that's and then aside from the numerous loose ends, I will. What is your recommendation for those? As far as handing off relationships and all that stuff.
Yeah, well, Alan, why don't you run point on that?
I'll take, yeah, I'll give you Jason.
And listen, Jason, we appreciate that, right? Like, that's very conscientious of you, you know, and we do appreciate that. So this is about you now. So, you know, what you feel like you need to do, but we really want you to start focusing on you. Appreciate you thinking about Southern and your relationship. You know, again, that just shows kind of what a conscientious worker you are. But again, this is about you now, and start focusing on you. So you guys can, like I said, you know, make that transition, Alan, with Jason, have that conversation, and then it's all about you, Jason, figuring out what's next.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you all.
Likewise. Thanks, Jason. I'll call you this morning.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, that's it. I got cut. Time to hustle. I was just let go from my job, and I basically have 4 weeks to come up with a replacement for my 6.5 figure income. And so I got to figure that out because I have a 5-year-old son, and I have a lot of cool ideas. And I'm one of the few people in the world that understands what I understand about not only how the drinks business works, how the restaurant business works, but also how digital marketing and strategy works. So one of the things that I'm really good at is building community, building action and movement around community, and just generally speaking, solving common business problems with technical solutions that are sustainable and repeatable, and don't have hangovers and don't have sick days. So I've narrowed it down to kind of a couple different ideas that I really like, and I have to kind of go through them and find out what I can combine, what is important, what is not important, what can make money, what the world needs, and what I love to do. This is a concept called Ikigai, and so I have to I've basically written out onto 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards the things that the things that I wanted to do. Now, are any of these things going to replace a 6-figure income? Maybe, maybe not.
It's such a, you know, I've unfortunately been in a position where I've had to let people go with my businesses and with like companies I've worked at and bars that I've managed before. And, you know, the decisions aren't even, you're never going to convince them otherwise, you know?
Yeah, it's not about negotiating.
No, it's not. It's like they're there to tell you.
Yeah, and it was like
what they decided for your life.
So right here, we've got barteams.com. So this is the community that I want to build, that has that sets up
basically the home of my brain. This is where everything lives. It's like a community where people can talk to each other, and they have they can solve problems together. This is the Severance Table. So this is a book that I started writing about the. It's kind of like about how like if Niccolo Machiavelli were to write a book about running restaurants, this is basically that book. So the boss is the Bar Owners Strategy Summit. This is in collaboration with a couple of other consultant friends, where we're going to talk about building like actionable, like done for you solutions for bars and restaurants. And then this is kinetic marketing system. So I guess this would be my big thing over here. So this would be like kinetic marketing systems. Bar teams is underneath that. And then the boss is over here, and then the newsletter is like kind of talking to people about all this stuff. And so that if I use the community as the hub, then I'll be able to get all this stuff. So moving right on. So who's my rep is kind of lead generation and a community service. So I really like that one. So I'm not going to really mess with that one too much. And then there's never been an association for consultants in New York or in the US, so I'm kind of thinking about doing that. And then KMS for brands is like the crazy brand builder system that I built for spirits and CPG brands. It is cold prospecting, automation, AI integration, that kind of stuff. So I have a lot of stuff that I can do. I just have to kind of decide what it is that I want to do, and then build an offer around that, and then make sure that offer gets in front of the right people. So this is the process. So I'm hopefully going to document the process of how to get all this stuff organized and start transacting and selling money, because for the last 2 years I haven't been able to sell anything, any of my own stuff anyways. And oh, sorry, I forgot one. This is in Bar Teams Outdoors. This is going to be like it's an idea to organize people to go do trips and do fun things, and then have them brand sponsored, but outdoors and like actually healthy. And so this is it. I just got my exit email saying that it's time for me to gather all my stuff. That means my badge, my badge, my iPad, and my laptop. So that's all going to be going back. And here is my little baby back here. So hopefully we'll go and take this for a little spin, and really kind of clear my thoughts, because I just got fired. And so I'm going to take this baby for a ride, kind of clear my head a little bit. I happen to have an afternoon with no dogs, no kid, and that is a very rare thing for me. So let's do it.
Good, actually, maybe better than I should. Maybe it's not really fully sunk in yet, but I am more motivated and excited than ever to accept this challenge of replacing a six-figure income in the next 6 weeks by using my skills and abilities rather than going out and looking for a job. Now, it's not that I don't want a job. I mean, I would work for the right people. I'm in the right scenarios, but I'm generally I'm just generally very independent, and I've always kind of done my own thing, even at the risk of and the sacrifice of a lot of comfort. Like, for instance, I live very modestly. That mattress right there is about this thick. So I sleep on the ground, basically. And that's not just out of any monk stoicism or anything like that. It's actually just more comfortable for my back. But the point is that I'm comfortable being a little bit uncomfortable, and I'm willing to do this thing because a lot of people, they create an enormous amount of value, and they're their only employees. So while I'm kind of hammering out my ideas and narrowing down my goals, I'm thinking that if I want to align with the problems that I really like to solve, like really big problems, as in like most bars and restaurants go out of business, that's one of the problems I'd like to solve. And the way that I think I'm going to do it is by creating a system that allows people to cultivate an audience around their brands without spending too much time, money, or look like they're actually doing any kind of marketing. So that's the one thing that I get. It's like people are just like, oh, well, I want more customers, but I don't want to do all the spammy stuff that makes it look like I'm looking for more customers. Well, there's ways around that too. It's called search engine optimization. It's called there's passive organic marketing methods. So I'm going to put all that stuff together because I mean, if you do the math, I don't know of any restaurant that can't afford a couple $100 a month to earn a couple $1,000s a month in business. And if I had, let's say, 100 clients at $300 a month, then I'd be doing pretty well for myself. So that's kind of where the working hypothesis is right now, is that is the value that I want to create. That's the value that I want to provide. And what I can do is I think I can deliver an enormous value to a lot of people, while still having physical freedom, as in being able to travel and do whatever I want, having financial freedom, and being able to solve the problem that I'm really, really excited about. So we'll see how that goes. I've had a chance to sleep on it, but that doesn't mean that I've set this in stone. But once I've decided that what that offer is going to be, then all the other stuff that I do around it, all the associations, all the events, the marketing, the videos, the book I'm writing, is probably going to all revolve around that problem. So I'll keep you posted.